This was our living room when we first moved in. It doesn't feel that festive to me. I really wanted to make it over for the holidays. We hired out the flooring so that we could move all of our stuff in. We all slept here for about a month before we were able to move upstairs, so it served its purpose, but now I want it to actually look good. I started with the fireplace, the most focal point in the room and the most important for the holidays in my opinion. Bringing it up to the ceiling was the best decision. It changed the whole feel of the room and it made it feel so much taller. I kept the traditional elements on the bottom of the fireplace, but the top was a blank slate. I made sure to add 2x4s across the middle. This was for the frame TV that we were gonna hang here before we realized that it's way too big for the space. You know by now how much I love pole wrap, so I added pole wrap to the traditional fireplace to make it feel a little bit more modern. I chose the color Elusive Green by Sherwin-Williams. It's this beautiful, moody, gray-green color. I'm obsessed. Pole wrap is not fun to paint, but the finished result was totally worth it. We then got more furniture for the space so that we would all have a place to sit. We played around with the layout a million times before we had to pause and celebrate Christmas. The room wasn't done, but it already felt a ton better. Side note, how great is Kate's bedhead? After the holidays, I got back to work. I didn't know how far I wanted to take the paint color. After the fireplace, I started with the walls, then I moved on to the trim, and I lived with each step for about a week before making the decision. Then it was time for furniture. I fell in love with this Our House cabinet. So expensive, so I decided to hack it out of stock cabinets and IKEA cabinet doors. As with any new skill, kerf bending took a lot of trial and error, but I finally got it to work, and I could not be happier with how the cabinet turned out. So much storage too. Next was the coffee table. I like to make sure that I'm using wood tones at least twice in a space, so I use the same cabinet doors for the coffee table as I did the cabinet. Adding storage to a space is always a good thing. This is where we store all of our blankets when we're not using them. My next step was finding something to put on the mantle. I wanted to DIY a mercury glass mirror, and let me tell you, it went horribly wrong. So I moved on to lighting, and I chose a light that was large, at least in comparison to me. It looks great in the space. And then I got a new mirror that I had not damaged and put that up. Last but not least, I added curtains. These are IKEA Ritva curtains. When you steam them, it makes a huge difference. So I steamed the heck out of them, and that's it. This is the finished room. It feels totally different, way more like us. I swear I'm going to install the paintable outlet covers in here someday, and I need a piece of furniture for behind the couch. But other than that, I call this one done.